I can't wait.
Hey everyone, Mike Wolf here, and I am very excited today. This is Entrepreneurs Making a Difference, and today is really cool because I've got a very young man here who's doing some amazing things, and I'm just going to read you his bio here. His name is Eric Lassard, first of all, and he has something called the Abracadabra School of Self-Development, and it's a startup that is unique in the world. It's a self-development school with interactive workshops and camps where kids learn by doing and acting and interacting. So kids learn that the magic is inside us, and unless we act, things do not happen. And so parents are welcome to stay if they commit to fully participate and play. I'd like to establish a school based on self-development. And so he's been working on this since he was 7. He's now 10, and it's all starting to take shape. And he says that he uses his own life experience, and with the support of my mom, we are building a curriculum based on self-development. So welcome, Eric. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So you live in Ireland, is that right?
Yes,
Excellent.
indeed.
Excellent. So this Abracadabra school, have you already started it, or something that you're
Yes,
developing?
we already run a few camps and workshops and trials, and it is great and awesome and fun with the kids.
Wow. Wow. So what inspired you at your young age when I was your age, I was barely out of diapers, so I had no idea I'd ever want to run a business when I was your age. How'd you decide you wanted to run a business?
Well, it all started when I was 5 years of age. It was October the 21st. It was my 5th birthday, and I
Wow.
was really excited. And I jumped onto our living room table and held my very first workshop. It was awesome and fun.
Wow.
And it was 2 hours long. My poor parents. But when I jumped down that evening off that table, I knew what I want to do and be. I want to be an inspirational public speaker, and I want to do it now, not when I'll be old enough, fat enough, whatever enough. I just want to get started.
That
And then,
is awesome.
when I was 7 years of age, I decided to make a school and a curriculum where kids can come and share their ideas and get inspired. Well, at that time I didn't have enough money to buy a building, so I decided to run a website. So I got started on the website, and then it was, and I built up everything and like put in some different type of ideas, and I made a board game and I wrote a book, and after that I was going, but it was kind of a little bit difficult to get through to people. And then one day I was just searching on the internet, and then I found out that abracadabra means in Hebrew, I curate what I say. And then I said, yes, that is just awesome. That's what I want to do. I want to share with the people the magic is inside you. So I said to myself, maybe magic will be more appealing to kids. And that's how I got started.
Wow, that is truly phenomenal. And like I said, when I was your age, I wasn't even, I mean, business was the furthest thing from my mind. So, I mean, I have to congratulate you, first of all, for being, that's just amazing to me. That just blows me away. So, what's it like? Do you go to a regular school?
Nope. I quit school at the age of 7, and then I got started on my path.
Wow. And so you're being homeschooled or
Yes.
okay. And so when
But
you oh, sorry. So how many children are in this Abracadabra school?
let's see. Every workshop we have at least 10 kids.
Wow. Wow. So you said that you wrote a book and you developed a game. Tell me a little bit about the book first of all. What's the book called?
The book is called 12 Elements of the Winner Matrix, and it is life tips that works. And it's based on element number 1. We are all born winners.
I love that.
Now, do you want me to tell you how it works?
Absolutely.
Now, before I continue, I have to ask you a question. is it okay if we have a little bit of an adult chat?
Well, I don't know if I'm old enough. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I know that sounds great, Eric.
Okay, I'm going to talk about how babies are made. Now, I'm not going to talk about that part,
Okay,
but I'm going to talk about...
there might be some kids listening in, Eric.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'm not going to talk about that part. I'm going to talk about the scientific part.
All right.
Now, in the moment of the big explosion, millions and millions of little sperms are all lined up ready to race. And on the other side is the egg, which is the finish line. And then these sperms all just start racing until one of them will reach the egg. And when one of the creatures will reach the egg, then in 9 months' time, a beautiful creature develops. And in 9 months' time after, this beautiful creature comes out to this world shouting, "Yes, I am a winner! I am a winner!" And who is this beautiful creature? This beautiful creature is you. So this is what about my book is about. Stop competing in life and start living your life like a winner.
Wow, that is amazing. I cannot believe that you're 10, first of all, because you're not even supposed to know about these eggs and things, but that's another story. So that's phenomenal. So how do you relate to other kids your age? Because, I mean, you're extremely mature for a 10-year-old. Do they relate to you? How does that work?
Well, yes. Through magic, yes. And I show them and I tell them stories, and we have great fun together. But much more, I have adult friends.
Okay, and so one of the questions I want to ask you is what does age mean to you? Because, like I said, for me, you're not a typical 10-year-old, and you're very adult. And so, what does age mean to you?
Age is just a number.
That's what us old people like to tell ourselves too.
Yeah, because look, I see with many older people, they say, "Oh, it's too late for me to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this." No, it's not. Age is just a number, and like Jim Rohn says, maybe it's too late to change your destination, but it's never too late to change your directions.
Love that.
So whatever you like to do, just go for it, and remember, age is just a number.
That is very cool. So let me ask you this. So you're not in regular public school anymore. So, and this is something that actually I'm very interested in too, because I think that school doesn't necessarily prepare us anymore for the real world. And so, how do you think the educational system, how do you feel about the educational system, and how could it be changed? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it is very simple, and I tried it myself. Well, basically, what you have to do is you have to ask the teacher to come from the top of the room to the back of the room, not to tell kids what to do, but to support them in what they do. And to ask them questions, not to tell them what to do. And actually, many people say, well, this can only work with me because I'm not a typical child. Well, believe it or not, we tested it with some ordinary children, and we decided, and we told them, well, we would like you guys to make us a fashion show. And we had some boys, girls from 12 to 8. And why did we pick a fashion show? Because we were willing to make it challenging. So when we asked them what to do, just in case we had a plan B, in case the boys didn't agree in this subject. But guess what? They were the first ones who grabbed the scissors and found out that they don't have enough time to learn how to sew, but they do have enough time to get old clothes that are already designed and redesign them. So this is how it works. You just have to ask the questions and let the kids answer it.
Wow. So, I mean, at your age, you're extremely successful for somebody your age, and so what's your system? How did you get so successful? What made you? What are your thoughts on that?
It is very simple 7 steps to success. First one, show up. Show up. Spread your ideas with people. And once you show up, the second one, be unique. Be yourself. Now, you are already born unique. Your fingerprint is unique, and your DNA is unique. So what have you got to wait for? Just be yourself. And number 3 is C. Control what goes in and out of your body and your mind. Now, what does that mean? Control what goes in and out of your body. First one, you have to stand up, go to the fridge, and what you think your body does not really deserve and it's not good for your body, just throw it out. But what you think is good and what your body deserves, keep it in the fridge. And how can you control what goes in and out of your mind? That's even easier. Turn off the radio and sell it. Turn off your television and sell it. And start listening to inspirational things. And there, congratulations. You just controlled what goes in and out of your body and your mind. Now, number 4 is creativity. Now, what does that mean? Just use everything around you. You don't have to go shopping and look for the best things. Just look around you and use them, whatever you have. But do it now. And number 5 is E for elevate. Now, what is the difference between elevation and education? Well, education is giving and receiving formal instructions, but elevation is even awesome. It is just sharing your thoughts, asking questions, and choosing your topics and choosing your teachers. And number 6 is to show up. Speak up. Speak up. Now, do you know who are the best marketers and speakers in the world?
Who's that?
Well, the best marketers and the best public speakers, like my friend Henry Ford would say, is chickens. Yes, when chickens lay the egg, they lay it and they run out of the house and shout around, "I laid an egg! I laid an egg!" And this is why the whole world knows about chickens and the egg. But when a duck lays an egg, it lays the egg and leaves discreetly. So be a chicken, speak up and share your ideas. And number 7, socialize. Make friends, but remember, socialize and make friends with like-minded people. Like Charlie Tremendous Jones would say, in 10 years' time, you'll be the same person except for the people you meet and the books you read. So socialize, but remember, socialize with like-minded people. And this is my plan for success.
I love that. I love that. That is really cool. So you were mentioning information going in and going out. Do you have some favorite books? Do you have some books that have really inspired you? Because it sounds like you're very well read.
Well, the book that really inspired me and really helped me through 1 year was The Science of Getting Rich by Farrah Gray. And it all started when I was working in my parents' beauty business. I was 7 at that time, and lots of people gave me tips, so I earned lots of money. And then I decided to invest my money in an MLM marketing business. So I found an MLM business, and I invested my money. And then I was signing up people, recruiting them, selling my products. And then I could see that my products were very suitable for coffee shops. So I found a premises, I invested my money to secure it, And guess what? I was looking for a partner. Now, nobody trusted me because of my age. So, one day the landlord came and said, Eric, unfortunately, I have to take your money. So I was sitting there at 7 years of age, broke. And then luckily, I read that book, and it said that Faraghray's first business when he was a child was selling stones. So I just remembered that I lived near a beach, so I ran down. I grabbed some stones, brought them home, and wrote messages like, love you, home, whatever, thank you. And then I sold them in Dublin City, door to door. And then I could see that stones were a little bit too heavy for people, and also it was starting to become December, so I decided to make chocolate hampers. So with all the money that I had, I invested them in chocolate, and I made chocolate hampers, and I again went out and sold them door to door. And I made back all my money.
Wow, that's quite the inspirational story. I think there's going to be no stopping you. Your business is I can't. I just see you taking off. Like, well, you already are. You already have taken off, but just things are just going to go crazy for you because you have the right mindset, you have the right attitude, and you're smart well beyond your age. So it's really cool. Tell me about you developed a game. Tell me about your game. What kind of game is it?
Well, it is based on my book, but before I wrote the book, I created the game. And it is, again, based on element number 1, and then we have other elements backing it up, like element number 2, you live your life like a champion, element number 3, nobody can tell you that you're not good enough. And by the way, do you know what is OPO?
OPO? No, I don't know what that is.
OPO is other people's opinion, and it has nothing to do with you.
That is true. That is true. So where can we get this? What's the game called, and where can we get it?
It's called the Winner Matrix, and it will be available in next month on Amazon.
Wow.
Now
I'm
you
looking
can
forward to
download my book on Kindle.
Wow.
And you can order it in paperback on Amazon.
Wow, that's really cool. So let me ask you a question. So here you say we're all born winners. So can you explain that, how this is and why this is so important? I'm kind of curious about that.
Why? Because I see that many people are competing in life, and they are, and every day they wake up and say, who will win the game? What will I do? But they don't need to. This is the mistake that most people do in their life. You don't have to eat. You have to just share your ideas and help other people to win the game too. That is the only way to win in life.
I would agree with that. I'm actually just reading a quote here. One of your messages that you sent me in the email that you sent, it says, it does not matter how old you are, and it does not matter where you're coming from, and it definitely does not matter what you did yesterday. All that matters is to set up your game, make up your rules, and play. Play and you will win. Life is a game. Make your rules, play and win. Enjoy the game. I love that. I think that's an amazing quote. So do you consider your life to be a game? Is it...
Yes, everyone's life is a game. Just to win is only one way. You have to set up your rules, and you have to play it. Play it with all your heart, and then you will definitely win.
That is very, very inspiring. And so we have to wrap this up pretty soon, but where do you see yourself in the future? What are you trying to build? Where do you see yourself in 10 years and 20 years from now? What's your goal?
I would like to have Abracadabra Creative School of Self-Development around the world, and helping and inspiring kids and people and parents.
Wow.
And I would have loads of self-development games, programs, books, and just helping and inspiring the world.
I love that. And so I love the fact that your goal isn't it's not just to make money, it's to help other people and make the world a better place. And that's just an amazing message, especially from somebody your age. Because when I was your age, like I said, it was I don't know. I certainly didn't have the wisdom that you have. I wish you were my friend when I was 10.
I am your friend now.
Well, I know it's never too late. But where were you 38 years ago? Never too late. So, do you have any final words for the audience? What do you want to tell people? Give them some kind of inspiration, because maybe there's somebody sitting around right now and they're feeling overwhelmed. And I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, and sometimes you have so much information in your brain, you just get overwhelmed, and you don't know how to take that next step. What would you say to them?
Stop thinking and start doing. Start doing it now, with what you have and with what you can.
Eric, I love that.
And it will always become a success.
Wow, that was a phenomenal way to end this program. So I just want to thank you first of all for tuning in. I'd like to have you on again at some point. And I also know a lot of people that might be interested in perhaps collaborating with you, and that might be a good fit for you to talk to. So if you remind myself or Debbie, we'll hook you up with some people that maybe be able to help you take your career to the next step, and maybe you can add some value to them too.
Okay, that would be great and awesome, and I would be so grateful.
Eric, you're awesome. Thanks so much for being here for us, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing, Eric. Where can people get a hold of you? What's the best way for people to reach you if they want to ask you some questions?
Well, my website is www.ericlassard.com, and my email is ericthegamechanger@gmail.com.
And Lassard is Lassard, is that correct?
Lassard, correct.
Oh, perfect.
And my Skype is eagle.games1.
Perfect. Well, once again, thanks so much, Eric. It was a pleasure to have you on here. I really enjoyed this interview, and your information just blows me away, first of all. And I feel very inspired right now.
Thank you, and you are awesome too.
We love you, Eric. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to Entrepreneurs Making a Difference. I hope you enjoyed our interview with Eric Lassard, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Enjoy the game. Bye.
Thanks, Eric.